Hello, my little fish. Welcome back to Calypso's Cove, where the magic is our message. It is your mistress of magic, Black Aphrodite, here today with another pick a card. So, today's pick a card theme, as you read, is deep blue. What does your intuition have to say to you? I'm very excited to do this. For this reading, I will be doing a majority of channeling. So there will be 3 tarot cards only that will be telling me the overall messages for what your intuition has to say to you. It will be working as a type of guide for me, but the majority of the messages will be coming from spirit. So I will be channeling anything that they have to say to you in regards to your subconscious or your inner high priestess, as I will refer to it in this video. Also, I have a card, an oracle card to be exact, from the Isis Oracle deck, because I believe Isis to be the matron of intuition. So she is going to be giving some support in this reading today. And then we have one more card, an element card, telling us what could help you ground your intuition down. So for those of you who are aware, your intuition comes from the heavenly realm, from our ancestors and our spirit guides, and then is channeled through your subconscious mind. So the earth element is supposed to assist you in bringing and grounding your intuition down to make it a daily practice and to embody this as a principle in your physical reality. So without further ado, let's get started. Before I show you the pile, I would like to smudge you guys. Instead of smudging with water today like I normally do, I am working with air right now. I've been really feeling the energy of air, so I'm going to use an incense, a third eye incense to be exact, to smudge you. All right, so here's for you, and if you want to, just put your third eye up to the screen. Clear yourself out, clear your mind, and get ready to receive these beautiful messages. And then I will do the same. All right, let's get started. So we know that the color of the third eye chakra is indigo or deep blue. So every single stone that I have here for you today is a deep blue stone with your intuition in mind. This will hold still. You can't really see right now all the piles, but that is okay. So for pile 1, you have the beautiful Dumbledorite. For pile 2, you have this gorgeous piece of lapis lazuli. For pile 3, you have labradorite. Let me see if I can get the blue to show in the stone. Where are you? We're getting some fracks right there. If you can see, it's really gorgeous in person. There we are. And then for number 4, pile number 4, we have azurite. Okay, let me see if I can tilt this down just a little bit more so you can clearly see your pile, but I don't think I can. So let's just keep this here. And let's start with pile number 1. Those of you who felt resonance in Dumbledorite. All right, I'm going to be working with Rainbow Moonstone myself to help me channel your messages. So lovely Dumbledorite. Firstly, this is the stone of the magician. This stone promotes mental clarity. So this lets me know right now that your subconscious, your intuition is guiding you on some sort of inner journey where it comes to making a major decision. I also refer to this stone in my own life as the stone of the alchemist, because Dumbledorite definitely helps you change your reality through your perception. So what do you need to change in order to complete or yes, that's the word I want to say, complete a task. There's something that you need to move forward in. And Dumbledore wants to assist in this. And this part of your intuition is analytical. Something that you need to decipher, something that you need to break down. Seems like you're on your own path, a new path, and you need to decide where you're going to go on this journey and what you're going to take with you and what you're going to leave behind. Your perception seems to be blocking a pathway that is trying to reveal itself to you. So this is something that your inner high priestess or your intuition is saying that is latent in your subconscious. There is some block that is happening right now on your path. Dumbledore is all about mental clarity, like I said before. So something is unclear. Let's get into the tarot cards and see what is unclear for you or what path is trying to reveal itself. Yes, so we have a lot of swords in this pile. So the very first card is the Two of Wands. So absolutely, you guys are holding the world in your hands. You are completely in control of your reality right now. That is what I'm seeing with this, and that's what I'm hearing from Spirit. There's a part of you that has been doing a lot of healing, pile number one. You have been going within with this Four of Swords quite a bit and analyzing the parts of your life, the parts of your reality that has not been the easiest for you to accept. So I'm really getting a sense of inner child trauma. Things from the past that has been weighing you down and making you feel blocked. However, the reality is you have the world in your hands at this point in time. So this Nine of Swords upright is letting me know that you are holding on to a piece of the past from your potential healing. Let me get a little deeper with this. There's action that needs to take place at this point in time with the Two of Wands. There's a new journey, like I already channeled from the Dumbledore, a new path for you that is ready to reveal itself, and you're actually in control of this right now. You have the key to your reality. Pile number one. Again, I'm very drawn to this globe. You are looking out at the horizon. You have the world in your hands, yet you remain in a catatonic state out of fear from things that happened long ago. Your intuition is urging you, instead of overthinking, instead of holding yourself back, to move forward into the light. So this is letting me know that you need to integrate into the actual world. That's what I'm really hearing. You are trapped in your mind, pile number one. You are holding yourself in the past, but that actually is not what is currently happening in reality. You're causing yourself anxiety by not taking charge of your world at this point in time. So this is letting me know that the worries that you have and the worries that you feel are no longer currently around you. You've removed yourself from certain people. You have removed yourself from certain stimuli. For those of you who this applies to, you have even removed yourself from toxic addictions and toxic habits. However, this creeping and this crawling that keeps coming in into your mind is by you not taking the action steps out of indecision. This Four of Swords is not just a meditative state. It's not just a healing place. It's actually a stalemate. It's a waiting chamber. It is holding you in a stalemate within your own life. And though you have the potential to move forward, not just the potential, it is actually a divine right. Your spirit guides are literally urging you to move on. It's literally urging you to actually ground yourself into your world and look around you. You're staying asleep. You're not waking up. You're not waking up to what's really going on. You have opportunities around you everywhere. Looking in the background of this card, there's water, there's an abundance of land, there's a golden horizon, but yet this person is still contemplating where they want to go. Spirit is telling me that this contemplation is only latent action. The action that you need to take within yourself is already there. You already know what to do. You've been in a meditative state for quite some time. You've been in a healing state, in a hermit mode for, I'm picking up maybe 2 years now. And even with this Four, because I'm very drawn to the Four, this is an end of a cycle. You know, you've been doing this for about 4 years, really. Because I picked up 2. There's the Two of Wands, there's the Four of Swords, and then there's the Nine of Swords. So you've been doing this for quite some time, staying in hermit mode, pile number 1. The Nine of Swords is the end of this cycle. The Two of Wands is an initiation, moving into cooperation with your spirit guides, moving into cooperation with the world. Okay. I feel like even my camera being a little crooked is just a signifier of how you also feel in general, right? Because you're feeling unstable within yourself. Knowing that at the end of the day, anything could potentially happen. And yes, that's true. You know, your spirit guides are not going to lie to you. No one is going to tell you that this journey is going to be sunshine and rainbows, or that it's going to be particularly easy to be on this path. No, it's not. And to be honest, with all these swords here and with the Dumbledore, I know that you as a soul, you as a collective, prefer a challenge. You like the idea of the unknown, but you also have a slight bit of control issues here at pile number 1. That's the alchemist in you, though, because the alchemist likes to be in control of the elements. They have water, they have earth, they have fire, they have air, all at their disposal. And that's you. You have all the elements at your disposal, which again taps me into this 4. And because of all the work that you've been doing on yourself, you know how to use them. You're afraid, staring at this Nine of Swords. It's your own self that you're afraid of. But you have the ability with this air energy to rewrite your own story. Pile number 1. It's not on anybody else. It's not the bullies of the past. It's not the toxic family members. It's not the financial upheavals or whatever tower moments that you've had in your life that have control over you. It's you who has control over your reality. You can't lie and wait out of fear for what might happen and then sit in regret for what you did not do. That's a powerful message I'm picking up on. It's time to integrate into your life, Take control of your own narrative. He is standing in this card in a very powerful position. He has the power to look out. And then also the power to look within. Not just to be riddled with anxiety for the potentiality of what could or could not go right, but actually in a place of authority, in a place of position, in a place of inner power to know what to do. The world is at your fingertips. Your intuition is asking you at this time, what are you going to do with it? And for those of you who this applies to, you already know. Some of you feel unsure out of the fear. So it's like 50-50. There are those of you who already have an idea of what your purpose is, what your dharma is, and the action steps that you need to take to achieve this. You're very aware. You're hyper intelligent. You know what to do. And then there are those of you who are just coming into this awareness, just coming into this very cerebral part of yourself. And there's a latentness here because this is like the first time that you've ever had this much power at your disposal. Because of that trauma from the past, you felt very powerless, right? So now it's this integration into who you really can be versus the narrative of the past of who you were and the position that you had to be in because you were a child. So some of you are coming out of childhood or out of adolescence and moving into adulthood. This is the new phase that I was picking up on for some of you. Some of you have already been in the world, right? And have already been experiencing worldly things, and now you are a master, okay? You have mastered certain parts of your reality so well that you know how to keep yourself in a certain place. Four of Swords. And you know just the right amount of anxiety to give yourself in order to convince yourself that you need not move forward out of complacency. However, you get this gnawing feeling. That's really what this Nine of Swords is. It's a gnawing feeling at the back of your mind, weighing deep on your heart, that you need to be taking action more in your life. And though this feeling might be driving you crazy, it's absolutely necessary. It is necessary for you to actually move forward. You need the push. You have to move out of air and into fire, because air is the idea. Fire is the action. How are you going to take control of your life now at this point that you're aware of yourself and you have your own purpose in mind and the world is yours? What are you going to do with it? That's the question at hand. Now, your own inner purpose varies from person to person. And yes, your ego will do everything to protect you. It will. It's not like your ego, air, that's how I'm perceiving this, is the enemy. In fact, it's not. Your ego has been your best friend for a while. You have been spending so much time with yourself that you've become so accustomed to being on your own that your ego has become a solemn reminder of what you never want to go back to. Bless. Now you can move forward, right? You can move forward in a state of knowing. You can move forward in a state of power. In a state, again, the key word here is authority. You have authority over your own life. Take it. Because again, I don't exactly know what each person who's watching this video purpose is. I'm not going to know exactly what you need to be doing, but you do at this point in time. And even if it feels a little shaky and a little wobbly and you've been trying to figure it out, you have a keen sense of awareness. You have some clear cognizance coming to assist you at this time. Because that is the beauty of air and fire, right? They give you clear knowing, clear awareness. a clear way to move on your path. I was just saying this last night. Air is going to move exactly where it needs to go. It's an uncontrollable element. However, it's in perfect balance and it knows exactly what it needs to do. The same thing with fire. Fire is uncontrollable. However, it's going to burn exactly what it needs to burn. It's going to transform exactly what it needs to transform. So this air and fire that's working with you right now, with these swords and with this wand, are helping you actually take the time. This is some divine masculine energy too. So I'm not saying that you are divine masculine, but I'm saying that divine masculine energy is actually coming in to help you with this direction. Because that's that propelling forward, that's that straight arrow. You know, we are still in Sagittarius season 2. So Sagittarius season, the higher knowledge, the higher awareness of what divine masculine energy has to offer is here for you, which is another reason why you were drawn to the Dumbledore rite. Because there's a part of you that absolutely knows, without a shadow of a doubt, every aspect of what you need to be achieving right now, what you need to be doing, the habits that you need to create for yourself, the habits that you need to perform after you create them, not just the idea, but the actual movement forward to creating the reality that you seek. And you know that you need to do this every single day. That's what I'm picking up from this Two of Wands. It's something in your world that needs to happen. It's for nobody else to do for you. It is purely up to you at this point in time, Pile 1. It's a very powerful message because you have the power. And that's what your intuition has been telling you all along. All right. So let's see what Isis has to say. Wow. This says, stay true and be in your power. Osiris and Isis, Lord and Lady of divine authority. This is complete confirmation. Not only have you been doing the work spiritually, but now you're to the point where your divine masculine and your divine feminine are actually in balance. You, pile number 1, are a master. Well, I already said that. You're an alchemist. You are aware. You have the keen ability to create the reality that you seek. I'm gonna put this over here. The ring light is getting in the way of my beautiful card, but there you go. If I put it right here, you'll be able to see how she's in her power. Look at this card and all the beautiful colors that are here. You've done the work already. So therefore, you're in union with yourself, and maybe you don't realize that enough. Maybe you're not aware enough that you really are this powerful creator or creatrix who can take the reality by storm. That you are in your power, and stay true to that. Stay true to the actual power that you have, not the trauma that you feel from the past. You are super devoted. That's what I'm hearing. You're very devoted to your trauma. You're not devoted to your inner strength. You're not devoted to your inner power. That's something that you really have to get keen on. Move from worrying and fretting about the same things happening over and over again to knowing that you are actually in control of your life, and that the only things that you're going to experience now are by your own doing. And I think that does frighten you a bit, because once you step into your power, there's no more excuses. And there doesn't need to be. You need to stop making excuses and start taking action. It's tough love from your intuition, but it's necessary because you need that fire underneath your bum. You need to be shaken up and woken up, lit ablaze, and trailing on your path to greatness. I feel like a lot of you have a lot that you need to do for the collective, and the collective really needs you right now. We need people like you because there are a lot of people who are feeling hopeless. There are a lot of people who feel like they don't have control of their lives. And honestly, some people are still in a position to not have that. But you do. And whatever your divine mission is really going to serve the greater good. Whether it's something in the math or science field, because I'm really picking up on that with the Dumbledore, right? You guys are extremely good at math, good at science, agriculture, nursing, homeopathic remedies, teachers. A lot of you were teachers. A lot of you are elders already in your own right. And I know that I channeled that some of you guys are just coming into your adulthood, but there's a wisdom that you carry that could really serve a lot of people. And your inner union, your divine masculine and your divine feminine are very powerful. You have a powerful divine masculine energy. You have a powerful divine feminine energy. And when they come into union, you're unstoppable. Remember that. And start telling yourself every day, I am powerful and I use my power for the greatest good. Not only for myself, but for everyone around me. Because I get this fear from you that you feel like you're going to do the wrong thing all the time, or like you're going to hurt somebody if you don't do something properly, or like you're going to hurt the people that you love, or you're afraid to hurt yourself. But at the end of the day, you need to start telling yourself that you know what to do with your energy. You're not just haphazard with your energy. You're aware of what to do with it. And walk into this new path. You have been on this journey for a long time. It's time to close the cycle and close the chapter of yesteryear and come into today. So I'm holding the cards to see if there are any other messages that I feel from this. But I just feel this weight on you that you feel within yourself because you know you have this divine authority. And you're just so afraid to move forward with it. But you're treating yourself haphazardly. And it's not fair to yourself. So another thing I'm going to need you to do with this Four of Swords, is to get back to your meditation. But instead of just meditating, I need you to listen to some guided meditations. I need you to listen to some affirmations more so. That's a medicine for you right now. You need to reprogram your mind to deeply believe in yourself. And you need every affirmation in the book about your own inner power, about your own inner strength, about how you were courageous, about how you were brave, about how you were strong, you are capable. You are in complete control. And you really need to listen to that every single day. That's a word. Get into yourself. That's what I'm hearing. Get into it. Get into you. It's necessary. Now, we're going to get into the message for, we're going to receive the message from the element as to what element is going to help you ground your energy down. And you actually have wholeness. So again, this is this alchemy, this energy of having all the elements at your disposal, having your divine masculine and your divine feminine in union and actually embodying that. You need to embody this union and be who you are, pile number one. Deeply, truly, with no hesitation, with no remorse, with no regrets, with no anxiety. Be in your power and stay true to yourself. Now let's see what this card has to say, but wholeness represents all of the elements. So this assists in integration, union, spiritual oneness. Okay, I cannot make this up. You really have to start walking in this integration. You have to start walking in this spiritual oneness. You are not a fractured person anymore. You're not this scared little girl or little boy anymore. You are a grown person who has complete control and authority over their life. Your intuition needs you to remember that every single day. The benefits of this card is it activates inner awareness and spiritual union, assists in integrating all 5 elements, all 5 including your own spirit. That's the 5th. Helps support all systems of the body and to come into balance. Come into that balance. Two of Wands. That's balance, right? Cooperation. That's what I'm talking about. You cooperating with spirit. You cooperating with your higher self. You cooperating with your own inner authority. Gosh, I did not mean for pile 1 to be so long. Okay, so the focus of this card is I am perfect and whole exactly as I am. I'm going to say that twice more. I am perfect and whole exactly as I am. I am perfect and whole exactly as I am. That's what I've been trying to tell you. That's what your intuition, your inner high priestess has been trying to tell you this entire time. You're ready. You're perfect. Nothing is wrong with you. Take action. Take heed to your own abilities. Pile number 1. Get that brain going into movement in your body. Integrate all the elements that you have at your disposal, everything that you've ever been through, the story that you've been holding on to, and move forward. Integrate into divine wholeness. Listen to the affirmations. Whatever affirmations come to you that you feel you need, listen to them every single night while you're asleep. 30 days, a whole month, listen to this in this new cycle. Going into 2022, you will no longer be a victim, and your intuition will not rest until you are standing in your power. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. If no one has told you, I am proud of you, pile number 1. You got this. Again, I'm sorry that your pile was so long, but I felt like I really had to take a while with you and to give you some extra love and to give you that fire that you so much need right now. So pile number 1, Dumbledorite. Maybe if you want to go online and read about the mystical properties of Dumbledorite, it is really not the most popular stone. So you're a very rare person, pile number 1. Don't forget that. Don't forget how much the world needs you because you're a rare commodity. And I feel the need to say this. I love you. You're a blessing to this world. You are a powerful person. Use that power. You're like a superhero. Use that power for justice. You remember last year when everybody was like, oh, we're about to get our powers. We're about to get our powers. Okay, well, you got yours. Pile number 1. It's time to use it. I love you. Head over to Calypso's Cove 7, our Instagram. Check out our Etsy shop if you need any more assistance on your journey. And please, 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 please look up the stone. Try to find Dumbledorite if you can. Work with it. It's calling you. Your intuition is calling you. And I know that you will go forth and prosper as the powerful leader that you are. I'll see you next time. Bye. All right. For those of you who chose beautiful lapis. Okay. So the first thing I'm picking up is some divine royal codes for my pile number 2. You are really stepping into some celestial energy. The royal blue is really calling out to me because this was a stone of royalty in ancient Egypt. So your third eye is definitely assisting you. And it's a feminine power that I'm feeling. So it doesn't matter what you are or how you identify. There's a feminine energy that's coming through Your inner High Priestess is really coming through to help integrate these royalty codes. So you might be connecting right now to your divine bloodline, to your spirit bloodline. I don't know if you've been getting channels of your incarnation as to what your soul is and your lineage of where you come from in the star system, but that could be happening for you right now. You could also be getting messages from your ancestors about some past lives, getting access to your Akashic records, coming into a place of integration of these new codes, these new frequencies within your DNA. That's really, really beautiful. I'm sorry I just came in hot and heavy like that, but I just had to say that very quickly because the message was so clear. Look how beautiful. Can you see how beautiful this stone is? I love this stone. It's gorgeous. And this lets me know that you are very beautiful. You are a beautiful person, and your intuition wants you to know that. You have this beautiful light within you. It's gorgeous, and it's very captivating. So let's see what your royal codes or what this energy is really about. I'm not really sure. So like I said earlier, I only have 3 tarot cards here, and I will be doing the majority of channeling for these messages. Then we have 1 oracle card from Isis to kind of give us an additional message or an assist, just to let you know what's happening and just to clarify anything. And then we have an element that is going to help you ground your intuition down and create a new principle for yourself to have in the material world, in the physical world, to help you integrate your intuition in your body. So for you, I'm really picking up a lot of integration. There's a lot of something coming together. And it really does feel like it's coming from a past life. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say. I'm going to move these oracle cards out of the way. Okay. First card we have is Page of Pentacles. Second card we have is Knight of Swords. See, I want you to be able to see that. Okay, there you go. And then the third card we have is Justice. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to start with the Justice card because he's on a throne, crown anointed, sitting in a position of divine authority. So authority is a really big principle right now. But for you, I'm picking up that this Page of Pentacles is representing this energy that I'm feeling about something new integrating in your life that's elevating you to a higher place. You've been through a lot, pile number 2. I can tell you that off the bat. I'm really feeling this. You have been in many situations where people have taken advantage of you. Some would call this energy of the underdog. You have been the underdog for quite some time, pile number 2. I feel tears welling up in my eyes from your energy. So it's just so much that you guys have been through. And whew, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to sage because with my spray. Sage you too. And sage the cards because it really has been a lot for you. It really has. There were times in your life where you may have contemplated not being here anymore. And I know that's a sensitive topic and I don't take it lightly. You went from feeling like things were never going to change, like you were never going to be able to receive what you deserve, to now Spirit saying, you don't have to worry. We will handle everything for you. That is so beautiful and powerful. Wow. You can rest now, pile number 2. The universe, I don't know if you guys are Christian, but I'm just going to use it. God is going to work it out for you. God is going to handle your enemies. You don't need to sit here anymore and worry about the abuse. I'm really picking up on there was a lot of abuse in your life. There was a lot of physical abuse for some of you, a lot of emotional and mental and verbal abuse for the majority of you. Whew. And because of that, you became a voice for those who could not speak up for themselves. And it took you a while to get here, because before you could do that for others, you had to stand up for yourself. And you have been helping other people get the justice that they feel that they deserve. You have been standing up for others. You have been, I'm getting that you're really an activist. Some of you guys have channeled this into being a social worker, I'm picking up on, and using social work as an outlet to help other people. Some of you guys volunteer at homeless shelters or Boys and Girls Club, or you donate a lot. That's what I'm hearing. You really, really work hard for those that do not have, I don't want to say underprivileged, because I feel like that's like not a proper word, but those who literally have been counted out, those who have been pushed aside, those who have been disregarded. You have been like a guardian angel. That's what I pick up from this justice card for other people. And yes, you've been a guardian angel for yourself. So that's that lapis energy that I'm picking up on. A lot of you guys are angel incarnates, pile number 2. Let me know if that resonates with you. And I'm also hearing animal justice, like I'm seeing PETA. I have a PETA building that I used to live around when I was in college, and now I've moved, but I'm seeing that building. So some of you stand up for animal rights. Some of you are vegans. Some of you take the time daily to give encouraging messages via your social media. And other people might have found that as obnoxious, or you thinking that you're some type of like healer and they don't understand where you're coming from, but you do. And you have been working so diligently at trying to encourage other people as a means to help yourself, that now Spirit is saying every single inch of justice that you feel that you deserve and have yet to receive is coming your way. And it's coming quickly. Knight of Swords, because you've been quick to help other people. You've been quick to give people money when they need it. You've been quick to give people assistance when they don't have it. You've been so fast at giving yourself away. And you do it effortlessly. You do it aimlessly. You do it without regard of self. Now Spirit is saying, okay, not only are you going to receive the justice, you're going to receive justice by way of new opportunity, pile number 2. The universe, God, whatever you want to call it, Allah, whatever, is going to bless you monetarily. I feel like I have to snap for that. You are going to not only be getting the justice that you so divinely deserve, you're going to be coming into union with your higher self. Therefore, everything that your spirit really deserves is going to be coming through coins, bills, dollars, new friends, new business opportunities, new horizons. Some of you guys are going to be moving to a new area that you've never been through before, been to before. And there are going to be people along the way to hand you these coins. There are going to be new people in your life who know your worth, pile number 2. And that's another part of that royalty that I'm picking up on. Knowing your worth and the people around you actually being able to see it for themselves the first time. There's been a lot of people in your life, again, I'm going back to this justice card, who didn't see your worth right then and there. They didn't know the diamond that they had. They didn't know the royalty that was standing in front of them. Okay? And, you know, your intuition is wanting you to know that these people that didn't know your worth the first time, it's actually really in divine union. It's how it's exactly was supposed to be, because your intuition needed you, your spirit guides needed you to wake up. It needed you to wake up to your divine authority. I keep using that, but that's the best thing I have to say. To your divinity, to your regality, who you are and what you are. And now, without a shadow of a doubt, every single person coming into 2022 and on, because 2022 is a new cycle for you. It's receiving, it's reaping what you've sown. And every single person in your life is going to know that. And they're going to be giving you, whether that's hugs, positive words, encouragement, or dollar bills. They're going to be giving you what divinity deserves, what royalty deserves, because a queen or a king is showered in luxuries, showered in finery, showered in jewels and in abundance. And it's your job to accept this. And I'm feeling like a lot of you are like, okay, I don't want this type of justice. I want these people to get what they deserve. I want these people to, actually, because again, and I'm getting back to this abuse energy, some of you guys have gone through physical pain or mental pain, and you feel that they need to be reprimanded by the authorities. Because that's another part of what, Libra energy or justice energy represents, because it's the criminal justice system. And a lot of you guys have been feeling like, hey, hello, they haven't gotten the justice that they really deserve in the physical. They need to be locked up. And they will be. Spirit is saying it's not through you, though. It's not your job to make sure that these people end up where they need to be for their own lessons, because that's what justice represents. Justice is really what you put out into the world, your karma, and actually receiving that. So if you do something that benefits the greater good, the collective in a way that actually helps other people and helps yourself, the weight of the scales will tip in that favor. It's just like Mayat, weighting your heart to see if it's as light as a feather before you go on to Anubis. Okay? They're going to do that. It's just not exactly going to come the way that it needs to come, because you no longer need to be focusing on this. It's getting to the point where you need to swiftly, mentally, and emotionally move into another situation. You need to focus on joy. You need to focus on this pinnacle and let spirit, let God deal with these people. They will receive the repercussions of their actions, or repercussions, excuse me. It might not be exactly how you want to see it, and it may have to come, I'm seeing this, it may have to come through another situation. It may have to come through them doing a wrong deed to another person, and that be the final straw. This is for some of you. Others of you who were ganged up on, gang stalking, gaslighting, toxic family members, as you move up and receive these pinnacles, that's going to be justice enough for these people, for those of you who that applies to. Because when they see you doing well, they are going to be shook, beyond shook. It's going to shake them to the core, and it's going to happen very quickly. Some of them will receive some type of, there's going to be karmic retribution again. So however that manifests for them, because I don't really want to speak any negativity onto anyone's life, especially someone that I don't really know. But what is for you, pile number 2. And you don't need to worry about these other people anymore, because like Spirit is saying, like your intuition is saying, the justice comes from you actually receiving and actually being in a place where you are loved, you are protected, you are valued, you are nurtured, you are adored, you are upheld. It's really important for you to understand that's your justice. And once you get into this mental shift, Knight of Swords, it's going to happen very swiftly. Some people won't even recognize you anymore. Some people will be like, is this pile number 2? Wow, they're doing very well. I thought they were going to, they're not wishing you well, pile number 2. They thought you were going to be broke down, busted, sad. No, because you're receiving right now. You've done the work. You've held the sword. You've slayed the dragons. You've fought for the people around you. You fought for yourself so diligently, so beautifully, that now you are royalty. Now you have integrated, you are now in a place of accepting this divine beauty that you have within, that absolutely no one can take away from you. That's another thing that you need to know. There's not a naysayer in the world who can do anything to take away this power. There's not a single negative idea of freaking, I was about to cuss, a freaking evil eye that can block your blessings. You are so beyond blessed, pile number 2, for everything that you have done and everything that you continue to do. Now, Spirit is saying, we got you, baby. Again, I was about to say, we have wings for you. So yeah, a lot of you are earth angels, archangels, angel incarnates, and you know that sometimes angel incarnates, if you've ever heard this before, if you know anything about incarnations, angel incarnates don't always have the easiest life. Angel incarnates go through a lot sometimes before they receive their wings, so to speak. And you've gone through it. Now you can fly high, my beautiful pile 2. And I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you because this height, it's been a long time coming. You've been in the process of accepting who you are, accepting the way that life is, accepting the black, the white, and the gray. Because I'm picking up for a lot of you that it was very necessary for you guys to learn this balance. Balance was very important for you. To understand everyone's story and to know how to protect those who can't protect themselves. So I'm picking up that maybe some of you have gone, working at her shelters or again, homeless shelters, and have listened to the stories of the people and how they ended up there. And you know not to judge a book by its cover. Or you have a lot of friends, unlikely friends, people who would never expect you to even speak to them. But you have, because you're an orator or somebody who needs to receive the story and know what other people have been through. So with this, I'm really picking up some mercurial energy or some Thoth energy here with this, where you now know, you have this knowing from receiving what other people have been through. And probably because justice to me also represents a form of judgment, because you have to judge and weigh out the situation. So you've now learned that not every person who's wearing the fineries of life and is materially well off is the best person. And not every person who's on the street, sleeping on the corner, is awful or bad. You know that not everybody who's a rebel or not everybody who's, been through the hard knocks of life is automatically a bad person. I'm also getting that you could have volunteered at, jails or prisons, helping people who have gone through the system. So I'm really picking up on you being a huge activist, and that's beautiful. And now it's time for you to receive, 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 receive. That's what your intuition has to say to you. Receive, pile 2. Receive these codes. Receive this love. Receive this money. Receive these pentacles, and let that be your justice. And let it be good enough. You don't need to be Cape Crusading anymore in this way. And maybe some of you are about to get into a place of actually having your own nonprofit organization, for those of you who this applies to. Or if you've been working at a nursing home or volunteering at a nursing home or just really helping children in your community, some way or another, you have been helping people. So now you're about to get in a position where you won't have to work as hard because other people will be helping you. However that manifests, I'm not exactly sure, because each and every single one of you have a different way of channeling this energy and going through this and receiving this. So you'll know what I'm talking about. But now is just the time to accept and let it come in as quickly and as swiftly as it needs to come in. All right, let's see what Isis has to say. Wow, divine sisterhood, community of spiritual sisters and brothers of light. What did I tell you, pile number 2? You are about to get your sisters, your soul family, your soul tribe is coming through. And I have a feeling that a lot of you guys, this is going to manifest through work. So you might be in a new position, like I said, of starting your own business or something where you're going to be around a lot of people who are on the same vibe as you, who love you, who respect you, who see you for the beautiful light being that you are. And you will no longer be walking on this plane alone. That's great. They will respect you. They will cherish you. And in turn, you will cherish them. And you will have a beautiful community of support around you that you might have been lacking for a few years now, beyond a few years. This might have been your whole life. And now you're able to receive this. I'm so happy for you. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. You deserve this. You deserve it. Accept this justice. This is justice. Having people who love you is justice. Justice comes in so many different types of forms. It doesn't just come in somebody getting arrested or, somebody getting audited, tax audited. I don't know why I just heard audited, but, if they were stealing from you, you'll have people around you who are so loyal to you, they would never even take a drop from you. They would never take a penny from you, pile number 2. So just accept this new path. There's so many different ways of how you feel or this justice is about to come in, but the majority is love, friendship, happiness, money, just abundance overall, health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, all around well-being. And it's just your job to accept this. Can you? You can. Because I felt this question of can I really accept this? Absolutely. You can accept it. It just takes practice. It takes practice to receive. So just practice receiving compliments, because I heard that. Just say thank you when someone gives you a compliment. Practice allowing other people to help you. Practice saying no when necessary, when you need to take a break. If you can't always be there, because I'm getting some of you guys help people out who don't have cars. You carpool with people, you take care of people. If you need to take a break, just learn how to say no. Learn how to meditate, learn how to relax. You're very on go all the time from your life. And I believe that's your ego trying to protect you, so you feel like you can't hold still. Because if you hold still, then somebody's going to be able to catch up with you, and you want to remain safe. Well, you are safe at this time, love. You are safe. So you can breathe and you can sit with yourself. You can relax with yourself and allow people to do that with you. And the more you start receiving, the more you start saying, yes, you can help me with this. Yes, you can pick up this box. Yes, you can actually drive home tonight. Yes, yes, no, no, and then saying maybe when you need to say maybe. That's how you're going to practice receiving. Okay? And the people will come in your life who will respect your boundaries. Divine sisterhood. I love it. Or brotherhood. Divine sisterhood, divine brotherhood, whatever one. Divine peoplehood, it doesn't matter. All right. And the element that's going to help you integrate your intuition's messages is actually assimilation. What did I tell you? It's all about becoming. It's all about integrating. So yeah, assimilate this new vibration in your life. I know this is new for you, pound number 2. A lot of you guys have never been in a position to receive before. And I'm so happy that you get to do that. It might be for the first time ever. And it's number 19. So this is definitely the end of a cycle and the beginning of something new. So let's read what this card assists with, and it's focus. So this is the element of fire that's coming to assist you. So yeah, this is the action steps, like I said, saying no, resting, doing the assimilation, basically. Taking the action steps to actually assimilate people who love you and people who will carry these pinnacles for you. Eating better food, sleeping earlier, taking a break, putting your feet up. I'm seeing even getting a pedicure. I just saw that very clearly. Getting a pedicure, relaxing your feet, because you're always on go. Relax, pile number 2. You need to relax. That's your action. Your action is relaxing. Your action is receiving. That's what needs to assimilate, so you can assimilate these new royal codes in your body. Okay? Act as the king or the queen. Embody that and assimilate this into your life. So this assists with spiritual discipline, transformation, and willpower. It optimizes digestion and assimilation of nutrients. So yeah, receive. Because when I think of nutrients, I think of nurturing. So get all the things, all the vitamins that you need for yourself to help integrate this newness into your life. Supports the kidneys and the adrenal glands. Cultivates determination and commitment to releasing self-limiting beliefs. Absolutely. So you need to be committed to not just being this Cape Crusader anymore and just being like, they'll never say this about me again, but actually assimilating it to you believing it for yourself, and not just fighting all the time, but just carrying this new inner knowing, carrying this crown. Okay? So the focus is, I assimilate all of life's events with ease and grace. I assimilate all of life's events with ease and grace. I assimilate all of life's events with ease and grace. No more fighting. No more Cape Crusading. Still stay on your activism, help others as you've always wanted to help, but you don't need to be so volatile with it anymore. That's the best word I can think of right now. That's the best word I can channel. You can do it with ease. You can do it with poise. You can be safe. You can be comfortable in this now, and just know that everything is going to work out around you. Okay? Wow, that was so beautiful. I'm so excited for you. I know that this has been a long time coming. It was very emotional in the beginning of this reading for me. And just to know where you come from and where you've been and what you're about to do now and what you're about to receive, I am so proud of you, pile number 2. Your intuition, it had a lot to say for you. And I know that wasn't like a clear, like, oh, my intuition is saying this, but it's something that you know innately. So I hope that that message served you. Please let me know in the comments if that resonated for you, how you feel about it. Check out Calypso's Code 7 on Instagram for any other additional assistance, and check out our Etsy shop, Calypso's by Aphrodite. We have the spirit baths up there right now, and I definitely feel like that will aid you into this new integration. So I love you so much, pile number 2. Be blessed, receive, be at ease, be happy. Namaste. All right. For those of you who chose pile number 3 with this beautiful piece of lapis, this is my favorite piece of lapis. Oh, excuse me, I keep saying lapis. Wow, labradorite. Sorry, still just getting back from pile number 2. But yes, this is my favorite piece of labradorite. I have nicknamed this piece Wade because it looks like you were just wading in water. So I'm really picking up kind of a seductive, soft energy here. Beautiful, magnetic, captivating. And maybe that's a part of what your intuition needs you to know, pile number 3, that you are all of these things, that you are beautiful, that you are mystical. Like with these stripes, I'm seeing you've earned your stripes, and you have scars, pile number 3, but they're beautiful. It's a part of what makes you beautiful. You have this inner glow, this inner light that's super powerful. You should go deep within and harness this inner light. Baby cat has returned with her toys. So I'm gonna take that as confirmation, if she's getting worked up, that yes, you are very, very beautiful. You have earned this beauty, and it is innate beauty as well. It is deep. You are very deep, pile number 3. Your intuition runs as deep as a beautiful ocean. Okay, I'm getting captivated in this stone. So this lets me know that you really captivate people. And maybe you need to know the sway that you have over other people, pile number 3. You have it. It's beautiful. Don't doubt yourself. Okay. Whew. I'll get lost in that for a second. Let me miss myself, miss you all. All right, so I will be doing the majority of channeling in this reading. So we have 3 tarot cards that I am going to be using to channel. And then we are going to have Isis clarify with the Isis Oracle deck. And then I have a mudra card here, an elemental mudra card for the element that is going to help bring and ground this energy down. And as you can already see, we already have water here. I don't know why I felt the need to just start with this. But we have water, creative power. So there's something about you, your feminine energy is really tapped into your intuition, your creative power. I just had to show that already because I was very drawn to that. Very drawn to this deep well of inner knowing and understanding that you guys have, this beautiful feminine energy. I just love it. It's gorgeous, and I think other people do too, and other people want to see more of it, and that's what your intuition is telling you. Let's see further what the cards have to say. Okay, I got this a little mixed up. Okay, so we have the Tower in reverse. We have the actual High Priestess cards. So this is letting me know that yes, you are my feminine, oh, why did I say feminine? My feminine priestesses, my, so to say, witches, my goddesses, my captivating, alluring, enchanting, divine feminine pile. Hello. beautiful High Priestesses. Move this out the way, move this up so you can see, and scoot that over. There you go. And then the last card is Six of Swords. I'll put my hand on the cards and just see what messages I pick up. Okay. Starting with the labradorite. Labradorite helps you conquer your fears that are latent in your subconscious. So I'm really picking up on the fact that you have been super in tune, beyond super, there needs to be a better word in that. You are adept, there you go, at the psychic world. You are very intuitive and highly psychic. You are gifted. Pile number 3. And you have been your entire life. I'm getting a sense that a lot of you guys are very similar to me in the regard of you might have grown up in a very religious household that did not revere psychic abilities. Or you just grew up in an environment where psychic abilities were frowned upon. Psychic abilities were seen as something that is evil. And I dare use the word demonic. Something that made you have to hide who you are. Because with the Six of Swords, I'm picking up on a childhood energy. So you've been hiding your inner High Priestess, and baby cat is jumping around. Wow, she made my camera move. You've been hiding your inner High Priestess for quite some time. Your inner High Priestess will lead you to new mental awareness, to new horizons, but you've been so afraid. And first of all, that's not fair to myself. I know that this is what this Tower moment represents, and that's why it's in reverse, because you've experienced a lot of cataclysmic events emotionally and spiritually in your life. A lot of moments of upheaval, a lot of moments of death and rebirth, and you've gone through this perpetual psychic cycle, I guess that's what I need to say, again and again in your life. And this has kind of traumatized you. And labradorite is the worry stone. So if you have any worries, you can hold labradorite and place it into the stone, and it will help you go into a shamanic journey within your own mind, into your root, to heal whatever fears that you have. You're afraid of your power. You're afraid of your creative power. You're afraid of your water. Wow. And you guys have been it's almost like I'm picking up almost like a refugee energy. Like you've been a spiritual refugee your whole life, moving from horizon to horizon, trying to find where you fit best, trying to see what people will accept you and where you can go with your heightened psychic energy. You don't need to run anymore. That's what your intuition is saying. The way that you will find your refuge is by coming into your body. Pile number 3. Your body is your safe haven. Your creative power, your water is your safe haven. And I'm just feeling a lot of anger from you. It's been hard for you to accept this path. It's been hard for you to accept this inner journey that you need to go on within yourself. It's time for you to go deeper down. And know that you will not be harmed for doing so. Pile number 3. And Spirit wants me to just leave it at that, because you're strong enough to pull your own intuitive messages. And it will lead you to a new path. It kind of is like Alice in Wonderland. That's what I'm seeing when she goes down the rabbit hole. It's nobody's place. I'm putting the High Priestess at the center to tell you what to do with yourself at this point in time. If you needed confirmation, you have it now. You needed the confirmation that your creative power will protect you from any disaster that you feel might come. In disaster, I mean arguments, fights, misunderstandings, because for you, it really weighs on you emotionally. And I completely understand what that's like because you're so sensitive. And you have this urge to heal. But I believe the healing comes from you actually using your psychic abilities to create something new. So it's your job right now to tap into that beautiful High Priestess energy that you have. And I'm really feeling for some of you guys that this is going to create love. Just got a random channel of a love message. So the more you start to love yourself, the more you embrace that beautiful water, the more you tap into this moon energy, tapping into your intuitions, tapping into your own feminine cycles. No matter how you identify, your feminine energy is coming out. And I feel the need to always say that because it really doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, and it doesn't matter whether you identify as masculine or feminine. This is your High Priestess coming out, genuinely telling you that she's ready. She's ready to take the forefront of your life. Lead with your High Priestess energy. Lead with your intuition. Lead with your creative power. And anytime you have fear, trust yourself to go deeper and to actually heal it. You know, working with labradorite would be very powerful for you. Pile number 3, it's one of my favorite stones to work with. I work with this almost daily. And I would suggest that you do the same thing for 30 days, working with the power of labradorite and helping you move past these latent fears from trauma of your family. I'm really hearing that. You probably, and I'm not sure if this is for all of you, but for the majority of you, grew up in a very strict household that didn't really have room for imagination. It didn't have room for who you are. And that's that 6 of Swords. Also too, because you need to move to a space mentally that has room for all that you are, not just a fragment or a fracture of who you are. And I know in doing that, you've lost a lot of people and a lot of things have gone down. But at the end of the day, that's why the Tower card is in reverse, because this is a fear of yours. But it's in reverse because it's not going to happen anymore moving into this new cycle for 2022. It's just not going to be there anymore. You will no longer be experiencing tower moments when you come into your creative power. Pile number 3. Whew. Okay, let's see what Isis has to say. Ooh. Okay, so you have Chariot. You have 2 messages from Isis. I think you're the only pile with 2 messages from Isis. So this also lets me know that Isis might be a matron of yours, because Isis really does work with the energy of High Priestesses. The priestess lineage really runs back to ancient Egypt and working with Isis way back then. So a lot of you may be daughters or sons of Isis. So you guys got the Chariot of Ascension, spiritual work of the higher initiate. What did I tell you? Excuse me, my little mermaid. She moved. I'm sorry. But yeah, what did I tell you, pile number 3? You are very much so a powerful High Priestess. I can't get this in here without the glare. There you go. Beautiful. So you're really integrating some work into your crown chakra. So you are literally ascending. Your Merkaba is working right now very hard, because I'm kind of getting like an Archangel Megatron energy here, which is ruling you moving into the higher realms, you moving into your creative power and your feminine spiritual authority. So I'm hearing very strongly, work with Isis. Work with Isis. She will help you. She will help you initiate into this higher place of, I was about to say abundance because this card is here. Because you got abundance of Sothis. Stellar blessings of the celestial goddess of abundance. So yeah, you don't need to worry about this tower moment anymore, pile number 3, because you're going to receive so much abundance, so much beauty, so much help just simply from you. It's definitely time for you to retreat from other people and give yourself some space from any outside influence, and you will be the happiest, most abundant that you have ever been in a long time. Again, that's what I feel that 6 of Swords could also represent. Taking the time to go on your own inner journey through trusting your divine feminine, or your feminine divinity. And then back to, creative power is 13. And for those of you who don't know, Isis really works in the energy of the number 13. So yeah, you guys are deeply connected to Isis, period. This is all of you. It's not just some of you. It's all of you are deeply connected to Isis. The number 13 is the number of the awakened divine feminine. The 13 cycles, the 13 sign, the serpent bearer, that is the energy of the feminine. So this is actually the Shakti mudra, again with the divine feminine, because the divine feminine is Shakti. So this is inner well-being, activation, and spiritual potential. You have so much spiritual potential, pile number 3, and this is what your intuition, really Isis, is wanting to let you know. You're her daughter or son. She's ready to work with you. She's ready to activate you. And water is your best friend right now. Drinking a lot of water, listening to water meditations or ocean meditations at night while you sleep, or if you can be around any form of water, whether that's a body of water, lake, creek, stream, ocean, river, even being outside while it rains and observing the rain, really get into this principle of water. And baby cat is making a noise to let you know that we are confirmed. So this benefits in directing the breath, energy, and awareness into the base of the body. So you are really in a full body activation, like they said in this. It supports the reproductive, the urinary, and the eliminatory systems. It releases pelvic tension and helps to heal physical and emotional trauma. That Tower card that no longer needs to be there. So again, this is the element of water, the element of the divine feminine. And this is, I open and allow divine potential within to emerge. Wow, that is so beautiful, pile number 3. I open and allow the divine potential within to emerge. I open as the high priestess of my own life and allow the divine potential within me to emerge. For any additional messages I'm hearing, refer to Isis and yourself at this point in time, because you guys have so much spiritual potential and spiritual blessings and abilities, psychic abilities, where I do not need to tell you more, because the rest of it is hidden and is up for you to go on your own inner journey and discover. So yes, work with Isis. There's multiple ways that you can work with her. And she's saying if you really want to seek her, you can do the information. You can find the information yourself. Okay. She is not a tough matron, but she really makes you do the work in a loving way. But you have to do the work as an initiate of Isis. You don't just allow things to happen in that way. She really does take control. That's why she's the goddess of 10,000 names, because she's doing 10,000 things, and she never allows anything just to unfold without her intention there. So if you want to work with her, be intent on doing so. That is all I have for you at this point in time. Pile number 3. Please head to Calypso's Cove 7 and check out our Instagram, and go to Calypso's by Aphrodite. We have our Aid the Spirit Baths available for you right now on there to help you with this integration and this activation into your beautiful feminine divinity. Okay? I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and thank you for listening to this reading. Bye-bye. All right, and last but certainly not least, we have beautiful azurite pile. Okay, so I'm getting a huge jilt from you guys, a spiritual jilt. You guys are time jumpers. Your intuition wants you to know that. You have been, I have to sit up straight for you guys. You have been doing a lot in the astral realm right now. So if you can record your dreams at night, that is extremely necessary for you guys right now. You guys are on a huge mission, I'm hearing. And I'm seeing you guys like on some Star Wars energy. Like you guys have been doing a lot in the galactic. Your galactic body may be activating at this time, and you have been doing a lot of work, and maybe you're starting to remember it, because azurite is an intense metaphysical stone. It's not for the faint of heart, because you might see some things that you're not really ready to see. It depends on where you're at, because once you touch an azurite, your life is never really the same. That's how I feel from working with azurite. And it only calls to those who are absolutely ready to heed its messages. So you have been, and you continue to, and that's how I know that you are on your galactic energy. You are in your galactic body. You've been doing a lot of work in the galactic and the celestial right now. So this lets me know that you are some type of starseed. I don't know why divine origins have just been extremely prevalent in this reading, but yeah, you are some type of starseed. I'm seeing Lyrian for those of you, Mintonkin. I'm hearing Octarian. Ooh, Palladian. I was going to say Phoenician. So maybe you had a Grecian past life as well. A lot of energy from you, high energy. I'm like vibrating very high, channeling your intuition, channeling your subconscious. So there's a lot going on in there, fast moving, fast paced, just doing a lot of work. So let's see what messages. I will be doing the majority of channeling. So we have 3 tarot cards here to let me know overall what your intuition has to say to you. Then we have 1 clarifier from Isis. It's an additional message and a sister. And then we also have the element that's going to be helping you at this time ground your intuition down. Okay. So let's move our oracle cards out of the way for right now. Let's take a look at these tarot cards. So firstly, we have the star. Yes, absolutely. You are a star seed. This is complete confirmation. And your intuition needs you to know this at this time so you can take more conscious action with your star seed abilities, because I got kind of tired. So you might be a little exhausted from what you've been doing in the astral realm at night, because you've been doing a lot. Pile number 4. Wow. Okay. So next you have the Ace of Cups. I want to wait and see what I feel from this, because both of these cards have waters, and this makes me think of the heavenly waters. So again, being in the celestial realm, but I want to wait and see this last card. And then you have 5 of Wands. Okay. What I'm feeling from this, and I'm just going to put my hands on the cards. Yes, confirmed. What I'm feeling from this is definitely Star Wars energy again. What do I mean by Star Wars? Your soul is tied to the Galactic Federation. For those of you who don't know what the Galactic Federation is, maybe you should do some research via YouTube, via Google, or go to your local library and see if you can find any books that reference the Galactic Federation. Because I'm really hearing that some of you don't really know what this is. And then a lot of you guys are already aware of the Galactic Federation, the Galactic Nine, and you are a part of that group. I don't know whether to call it a coalition, so I'm going to call it a coalition. And you've been doing a lot of fighting. That's what this 5 of Swords, or excuse me, 5 of Wands represents. I accidentally said swords because there's so much conflict that's going on right now in the galaxy. For those of you who have ever seen Guardians of the Galaxy, you're definitely giving me that energy right now. So you are a soul. This is what I'm picking up from this Ace of Cups and this Star card. You're a soul that has come to this earthly plane to get a break. You've been doing so much fighting. She's naked, right? This comes after the Death card or the Hangman card when he dies. You know, next you have the Star card. So this lets me know that you're kind of seeking refuge in your earthly incarnation. But there are things that are going on in the celestial realms. Still, we are at war, right? It's just like in Star Wars where you have the dark side, the Sith, and then you have the Jedi. And you are a Jedi, right? You have a lot of spiritual purity within you. You are an extremely high vibrational, an extremely light energy. And I have actually never channeled this before. I've actually never channeled another group from the Galactic Federation. I'm not surprised to meet you and receive your energy because I'm seeing you now doing a lot of fighting, whether that be with your light energy, trying to propel balance back into the galaxy. And that's what I'm really feeling from your star system. And you're doing that through the energy of spiritual purity. That's what I'm picking up from this Ace of Cups. So you are here to spread love. You are here to spread wisdom. You are here to give spiritual renewal to Earth. And that's how you use your star energy. And your intuition is needing you to be more aware of that at this time. Whew. It's an intense energy because I'm really feeling like this fighting has really been taking a huge toll on you. And I'm touching my third eye right now. It feels like my third eye needs some reprieve. So you definitely use your higher chakras a lot. You're definitely always in the celestial realms, without a shadow of a doubt. And with this dove here, that definitely lets me know that you are working from the heavenly realms, you know, the energy of Valhalla. I don't know why I just said that, but definitely some type of higher frequency. Picking up just this energy of needing to really be aware of what's going on in the astral realm, because there's a message waiting for you. And again, I'm picking up on the dove on the top of this Ace of Cups and the fact that, you know, they're bringing out their hand from the heavens. There's some type of message. This is also reminding me, boom, yes, Aquarius, because the star card is ruled by Aquarius energy, and Aquarius is the great heavenly messenger, right? Messages from the sky. So I believe that your intuition is trying to tell you that your spirit guides, which is really your family, And it might not be like like you guys are like blood related, but you guys are all from the same star system. So your galactic family is trying to contact you right now, pile number 4, and they have a serious message for you regarding the galactic war. Something is going on in the galaxy and they need you to know what's happening. And they need you to know urgently. So this is an urgent message from your galactic family. And there's something that you need to purify. That's what I'm really picking up on. Some tasks that you need to perform here on Earth, so that way it'll be, as above, so below. So what's happening below will transform into above. They need you to do this here to help them there. Wow. Really intense. They really need you to know this. And again, these are those who are Octarian, Orion, Palladian. There's a word, I cannot channel it. There's an incarnation that I'm not aware of. Montankin, Syrian. This is the Galactic Federation. Okay. That's why I'm channeling all of these different starseed incarnations. So for those of you who know what you are, channel your galactic self at this time, particularly when you are asleep. And then for those of you who do not know who you are, try your hardest to, whether that be, I'm really hearing for a lot of you guys, go to the library. I believe that the library will be significant for you. There's some type of message for you in your local library. I know that sounds odd. And because of everything that's happening right now with the panoramic, it's like kind of like difficult to get into libraries right now. So the library could also be a metaphor for the Akashic records. Do some type of channeling, I think a guided meditation, that's what I'm seeing, to get into your Akashic records, that is the library, and figure out which one of the Galactic 9 you are a part of. Because a lot of you guys are from different soul origins, different starseed origins. So I gave you a few. I gave you Orion, I gave you Octarian, I gave you Lyrian, I gave you Mintonkan, I gave you Palladian, I gave you Syrian, and there are others that are available that I'm just missing right now that go above me, literally, because it's hidden for a reason from me. But for those of you who can go deeper into figuring out who you are, I would do so. Maybe you would also get influence, because again, I'm seeing Star Wars. So maybe you would get influence from watching Star Wars as well. That might be very helpful for you. Okay. Let's see what Isis has to say. Oh, wow. Portal of light. She who glides on wings through space and time. So yeah, you guys are definitely astro travelers and time travelers. I'm really picking up on that. So maybe you guys have been traveling back and forth through different dimensions, through different portals of light in your sleep. And there's something serious that's going on right now. So it's very, very, very important that you get some type of conscious awareness in this. Mugwort is your friend right now. Preferably drinking it or putting some mugwort in a raw cone and smoking it. Really get your mugwort on to help you have some lucid dreaming right before you go to bed, so you can really tap into this portal of light, because she literally reminds me of your galactic family with the way she's holding out her hand like that. Like, come on, we need you. Like, come back into the portal. Okay, like, we need you to come on. And for some of you, it's a call to change your diet. So in order to get through this portal of light, they need you to activate your light body through your eating habits and through your daily habits. So again, listening to certain frequencies, listening to guided meditations to help you get into a lucid dreaming state, so you can be aware of what's happening when you're astral traveling and when you're time traveling. Seeing your galactic family and getting into your Akashic records, and eating better food to have a higher vibration. You have a really, really, really big task that your intuition wants you to know. I am honored to be channeling this message for you. I really am. Wow. So again, this is your spirit guides calling out to you, and they're not really your guides, more so they're more so like your companions. Like you guys are working together at this, and you are a person of high authority. Every single person who picked this pile, you are a part of the Galactic Federation, and you work very diligently, very hard, fighting for the greater good of all star seeds. So we can all remember where we come from and go back to it and not be trapped. Because that's the thing, they want us to be trapped here on earth in spiritual servitude, spiritual slavery. So you're working very hard and fighting very hard against that. Pile number 4. And you need to figure out what message this is that your galactic family has for you. How you can ground this energy down is through purification, it says, through the element of fire. So this means, to me, activating your kundalini and really getting yourself up there. And 21 goes down to either 2, so that's cooperation if you multiply it, or 3 if you add it. So 3 is the Holy Trinity. So either way, coming into the divine union with the 2, with your divine masculine and your divine feminine, activating your kundalini, and the Holy Trinity with the 3. So mother, father, child, inner child that comes to be. So this assists with digestion, balance, that balance of the mother-father principle, and confidence, the confidence to do what you need to do. Because I do feel like you need to be very confident to go into these realms, because it's a little uncertain, because we do get afraid sometimes from being separated from our light body, but just remain in a place of confidence and knowing that your galactic family needs you. So you're an additive. You are a necessary person for them right now. So do not be afraid. Go into your lucid dreaming confidently. So this benefits in energizing the body, yes, so you can vibrate higher, balancing the digestion and directs the breath and energy into the digestive organs, helps instill clarity, positive self-esteem, and life direction, may assist in releasing toxins that can cause disease. So yeah, you really, again, with the Star card and the Ace of Cups, you really need to be very spiritually clean, very spiritually pure to activate your star body, to activate your galactic self. Again, this element is fire. And the focus is subtle balance and purity guides me confidently forward. Subtle balance and purity guides me confidently forward. Subtle balance and purity guides me confidently forward. So yes, remain in a state of purity, switch your diet, switch what you're listening to. I would really stay away from watching things at night. Get into the habit of doing things that actually bring you closer to your higher self. So that way you can actually assist the Galactic Federation. For those of you who know, it's not going to be like very overwhelming for a lot of you, because I feel like a lot of you are already kind of tapped into this knowing, and it's just time for you to go further and trying to take it more seriously. And then for those of you who don't know, and this sounds like woo-woo to you, I would snap out of it and just accept what's happening. Okay? So that is what your intuition Azurite pile 4 has to say to you. And her outfit in this card literally matches the stone. So yeah, really, really, really come into this knowing, come into this higher place, and help our star system. You're like a guardian of the galaxy, okay? So I really, really hope that these messages help the collective with knowing what your intuition has to say to you. Let me know in the comments below if it resonates with you. And again, this is a general reading, so leave what doesn't resonate and then accept what does. I will see you next time. Namaste. Goodbye.